This is Professor Shripad Desai from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering. I'm bringing this video to you to introduce ourselves to the ETAP software and run some load flow analysis in the software. To start with, this is the icon for ETAP. ETAP stands for Electrical Transient Analyzer Program. Today, ETAP is one of the most powerful simulation tools available in the market. We are having a lot of softwares, but in ETAP, ETAP brings you a lot of opportunities for analysis in wind sector, in the power system, in the solar sector. The version which I am using is ETAP 12.6. ETAP is having the latest version of 16.1 in the market. So to start the simulation, what we have to do is I'll be clicking here on the left hand file. I'll be starting a new project, and you can name the file. For the time being, I'll name it with my name. And if you want to save the project which you make with the password, you can select this tab for password required so that no one else can access your project. For the time being, I'll uncheck it and I'll say OK. Again, OK. This is the window. This is the main screen of the software. Here on the left hand side, there are various toolbars. There are various toolbars, components like wind turbine generators, cables, lines, buses, grids, which you can use for simulation studies. Here there are various simulation case studies like the load flow analysis, the short circuit analysis, the harmonic analysis, transient analysis, and there are many other moves like optimal capacitor design, traction system and all. For the time being, the objective of this video is to introduce ourselves to the software and to get to know how to make a single line diagram and perform a small load flow analysis in the software. So what you have to do is to make a single line diagram. We'll be making it from the generation end to the utility end. So I'll be considering a wind turbine generator. This is a wind turbine generator. I'll be taking the cursor on the wind turbine generator and I'll be clicking here and drag and drop it on the main screen. So this is the way icon is being displayed. I'll be connecting the output of this wind turbine generator to the bus. Finally, what happens is power generated has to be stepped up. So I'll be making use of a two-winding transformer. This is a two-winding transformer here. As soon as you take the cursor on the icon, it displays which icon is that. Like this is the cable, or this is the power grid, this is the bus. So it is that user friendly. So again, I'll be making use of the bus. I'll be connecting the output to the bus, and finally whatever power is being generated, it is being given to the grid. So I'll be making use of a utility grid. What you have to do is you have to connect these components. I'll be connecting this in this way. So this is the single line diagram. This is the way you make the single line diagram. Now what you can do is, this is an icon for wind turbine generator. You want to change the size of the icon, you can increase or decrease the size. You can see it. You can change the symbol also if you want it in American National Standards, or you want it in International Electrotechnical Commission, whichever is convenient to you. You can select that. The same with other buses, the transformers and all. Now what happens is, once the single line diagram is made, you have to enter the values of the components. So what I'll do is I'll double click on this wind turbine generator. The window is open. Now for the time being, I'll have to select the type of wind turbine generator. There are 4 types. You can either select it as PMSG, FSIG, SCIG or DFIG. For the time being, I'll keep it as type 2 wind turbine generator. You can select the control mode as WECC or UDM. WECC stands for Western Electricity Coordinating Council. That are default models which are available in ETAP. For the time being, I'll keep it as WECC. I'll go to the rating page. Now you can enter whatever value is convenient to you as per the requirement. I will keep it as 2.1 megawatt. The generation voltage, I'll keep it as 0.69 volt. Now I know this is PF, power factor, but for the time being someone doesn't know what is this PF. So ETAP comes with a very useful way. You can directly click the help button here and you can see what does PF stands for, or any other parameter stands for. You can get to know that PF here is the rated power factor of the wind turbine generator in percentage, or any other parameter you don't know. You can just go into the help option and you can know what that component means. I'll be cancelling that. Now I'll go to the second model, the impedance model. ETAP selects by default select some values for you. If you have entered some basic values, it is going to select some default values for you. Go to turbine. You can change the V-rated swept area, you can change the air density, cut-in speed or cut-out speed, whichever is convenient to you. Bets coefficient also you can change as per the requirement. For the time being, I'll keep it as default. Wind speed also you can change as per the requirement. Controls, if I want to don't have time for calculation, if I want ETAP to calculate the sample data for me, you can click your sample data, ETAP will be calculating the values for you. Finally, I'll come to the inertia tab. Inertia, you can select it in the range as per the specifications. I'll click it, other values ETAP will be calculating for you. I'll say OK. You can see the 0.69 kV voltage which was set for the wind turbine generator, that has been detected by the bus directly. Now I'll go to the transformer. I'll double click on the transformer. Rating 0.69, that has to be stepped up till 33, that is why I'll keep it as 33 kV. Finally, MV, I can keep it as anything as you wish. 3 MV I'll keep it. Impedance, I don't wish to calculate, I will let ETAP do it for me. I'll select the typical Z and X by R values and I'll say OK. You can see that this bus has been detected as 33 kV directly. And finally, I have to design the utility grid. I'll double click here. I know the values of the model which I am making, that is why I am putting the values for you. You have to calculate the values and put it. X by R ratio, I'll be keeping it minimum and I'll say OK. This is the way you put the values in the components. Now if I wish to run a load flow analysis, what I have to do is, on the left hand side there is something called as PNQ, which is going to show you the load flow analysis, the active and the reactive power. I'll click it here, and on the right hand tab I'll click here run load flow analysis and I'll say OK. So you can see that something is being displayed. I don't know what is it because there are no units, because to see the units I'll have to click here, show the units, and now you can see that the power generated should have been 2100 kW and the final power which is being dispatched to the grid is 2085 kW. That means the difference of almost 15 kW is a mere consideration of the system losses. Finally, with the active power, you can also see the reactive power being taken from the grid. So this is the way you run the load flow analysis in this ETAP software. Now what you can do is, you can remember that under this circumstances the power being delivered is 2085 kW. I can add a cable in between and increase the length of the generation and the utility grid and see that how much power loss is increased. I'll put a cable here. Now double click on the cable. You can mention the length of the cable. I'll keep it as 50 feet. ETAP gives you an option of library. You can select from default library any manufacturer specification as convenient to you. I'll select the library. There are a lot of cables there. For the time being, I'll select any one. I'll say OK. So that will be taking the default values of that particular cable. I'll say OK. Now again I'll run the load flow analysis. Remember, initially before the cable was not there, the load flow analysis was 2085 kW. I'll run it and you can see it that the losses has increased. Initially it was 2085 kW, now it has reduced to 1077 kW. This is because of the increased transmission losses because of this cable. So this is one part. Again, what you can do is, once the simulation is run, you have to create a report, you have to write the report, but ETAP gives you a very good option. Report manager, you can go into the report manager, you can click your complete report you want to view, and you can view it in any format like PDF, MS Word, anything. For the time being, I'll keep it as PDF and say OK. Here a report is being generated. So this is the way a report is being generated. This is the full report of the system performances in the PDF format. You can attach it to any document and use for your analysis, simulation analysis and case studies. So this is one more very advantageous stage which ETAP brings it to you. These are very few things which I can show in ETAP. Other things which we can perform in ETAP is short circuit analysis, harmonic analysis and transient analysis. This particular introduction was brought to you only to introduce ourselves to the ETAP software and the possibilities which we can do in the software. In the coming videos, I'll be presenting some case studies related to short circuit studies, harmonic analysis, transient, optimal capacitor design. For the time being, you can also make big models. You can make use of many wind turbine generators. You can make use of a solar PV cell, and you can make a convenient big model as per your system design. So this is something about ETAP. We'll stop for here, and in the rest of the videos I'll be bringing some other modules of ETAP. Thank you.